wanasema they are concerned about their lack of scoring. Yes, because umeona hizo game wamecheza I think 3-4 they haven't scored any goals. Nikiwa nakumbuka, but also they are conceding. So something is not right, something is not ticking, and today it couldn't be a better opportunity for you to show that the team maybe has made some progress.
And I'll give you an opportunity to tell the world who's starting for Gor Mahia in their first 11.
Okay, Gor Mahia, chuo timbe. For some reason mimi niko na soft spot ya Gor Mahia.
Iko sawa. Twende nalo.
Jano Mondi Ochoga pale, the defense line iko na Ochoga, Unyona Kibwage pamoja na Frank, alafu katikati Morrison, Alpha and Doang. Nyote mnawajua Alpha the legendary. Kwangu mimi nampenda sana. Then the attack line has Sharif Musa alikuwa and Esombe. Lakini pale kwa bench kuna Gad Matthews, Philemon Sylvester mwenyewe, Wendo Kapen, the king of long throws, alafu Lawrence, George Fidel pamoja na Bandi, Stanley and Asifua mwenyewe.
Yeah, for AFC Leopards, Humphrey Katasi starts in goal. Brian Ojok back in the squad. He'll be playing at right back. Samuel Semo will be the left back for this afternoon with Luangu and Casey at the heart of the defense. So changes in that defense for Leopards. As you can see, Casey is the captain. Musa Oundo and Boniface Munyendo. Wow. This is interesting.
Yes, very interesting.
Yes, and then there is Tyson Otieno, James Kinyanjui, Ronald Sichenje, and Ugandan Senyonjo. On the bench, they have James Setuba, Alushula, Randy Bakari. There is Koulibaly, Madada Kelly starts on the bench. Mahiga Vincent, Kikwae, Koloti, Omune, and Hassan Beja.
Yes, nimeona mko na nguvu bench, to be honest.
Nguvu iko, lakini there's something I've noticed. Brian Omondi starts for the first time in over a month. Coach Kimani, was this the right time to bring him, or it because I've seen Gad has been so consistent, even kept a clean sheet last time against Bandari.
Well, I think the coach knows best. He's worked with them closely enough to know that who probably looked sharp of the two shot stoppers. But I agree with you. Gad Matthew had a decent run. In the last few matches he's been between the sticks for Gor Mahia. But also Brian Omondi brings the experience, the international experience that he has had. He's always a very, very composed figure behind the back line, and in these particular fixtures that's exactly the person that you need, because the composure that you get from your goalkeeper trickles down to the rest of the players. So maybe for that particular reason, of course, as I said earlier on, because of the experience, the international experience that he brings on board for Gor Mahia, the coach might have opted to start with him instead of Gad Matthews.
And Charles Akonor,
is he praying or something?
Looking up to the skies,
because for sure if he's to get points today, divine intervention will have to come through for them, just looking at how these two teams have been playing out. But yes, Gor Mahia have got a very, very solid squad as well. Franco Odhiambo, Mike Kibwage, you can rest assured that defense will be rock solid, and AFC Leopards will have to be at their best if they are to beat that pair at the center of defense of Gor Mahia's defense. And of course Musa, Sharif Musa, a very, very pacey forward, speedy winger, doesn't get to score many goals, but of course he creates a lot of opportunities for his players. Duang, a player that was brought on board to replace Tyson's brother Austin Odhiambo in terms of creativity, has had his moments. He's been on and off. He has had some big moments, and of course he's been playing in some matches where he's been noticeably absent in terms of his input and contribution to the team. But today he has another big opportunity to show why Gor Mahia went for him and nobody else on the local scene, and of course inspire his team to get a good result today.
When we were saying about he came to replace Taiso, Taiso on this other side is one of the sparks of creativity for FC Leopard. Actually kina Mark Kinyanjui, they are very good at combining. Of course you mentioned Musa, by the way nampenda, he's one of the few wingers zenye mimi wanaona kwa ligi yetu who can take their markers head on kabisa. Haitaji combinations juu na fullback kama na interior. No, anakuangalia, anakuchenga and analeta cross. Very entertaining player.
And we are underway at the Nyayo National Stadium. FC Leopards hosting Gor Mahia. The reverse fixture, FC Leopards winning by a goal to nil. A goal scored by the man who is not featuring today. That is the former Kariobangi Sharks winger.
Yes. Nani Taiso?
No, it is niitwa nani ukijana?
Unaweza kumkumbuka.
Yeah. Julius Masaba. Yes.
Masaba.
Yeah. Yeah, and an early chance for Gor Mahia. Katasi just about ensures the ball goes out of play. Look at that.
Casey alidhani kama was there contact?
That would have been an interesting one.
Yes, there's a contact.
There's contact. That would have been an interesting one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes.
Referee for today is Peter Waweru Kamaku, one of the finest referees in Africa.
Huyu hapa tayari you can know he is experiencing such high stakes game. Alikuwa Morocco.
Yeah.
Na definitely anajua kuhandle this moment. But leo even though you experience na kila kitu, this is a game that will give you a headache.
Of course it will give you a headache, and it's a throw in for Gor Mahia. Paulo Chuoga to take that one. Mwabili, there's so much there's a standoff earlier on.
Yes, mapema sana. Already but hatuna VR, but if tungekuwa na VR I think hapa tungekuwa na
that would have been an interesting moment. I mean the first seconds of the match as well.
Yeah. Let's see. Hii game inanifurahisha.
And it's a free kick for AFC Leopards. Esombe seems to be the man they are targeting. Also that left wing Semo, Anthony Kimani. Kulikuwa na mahali penye sasa you guys have to just twende na pale.
Absolutely. Gor Mahia have definitely had done their homework. If you look at the setup of AFC Leopards backline, you'll realize that Semo tends to overlap a lot. And so Gor Mahia must be aware of that. They know if they are to exploit a space, if there's any outlet that they will probably rely on today to create inroads in AFC Leopards defense, then it's probably the left back position where Semo normally plays. So AFC Leopards will be will have to be very alert in terms of covering that particular space when Semo steps up, and that's Musa Oundo for you. And luckily they've played together for a while, so Musa Oundo will always know how to cover that particular space.
I was going to ask Modo. We know FC Leopard have been very high volume possession team. They like to keep the ball, but sometimes Gor Mahia do not mind being direct, taking us the less touches to get to the opponent's box. When you're preparing team kama hiyo, let's say when you coach Gor Mahia, maybe we won't have the ball kama wao. How do you normally approach it? Because inachokesha to chase the ball around.
There goes King and Jui. FC Leopards for the first time have bypassed that center circle. And James Kinyanjui, he was missed last time when they lost 3-0 to Police. Yeah.
Nilikuwa namuuliza kitu na James Kinyanjui anaamsha mafanza naambia.
Kinyanjui again one of the most interesting wingers that we have in our league. He's been doing very well for different clubs in the past. Of course for KCB he was I think they are highest top scorer last season. This particular season for FC Leopards, he's also been very instrumental in making sure that FC Leopards can pile the pressure on Gor Mahia, a bit like Musa, a player that is does not shy away from taking on his fullbacks, and he has that particular quality. And I think the only thing that he's got that probably Musa doesn't have is his precision, when floating in the balls in the dangerous area for his strikers to attack.
Yes, na leo kulikuwa na game. Kuna game nyingine inaendelea leo. KCB against Kakamega Homeboys zimeanza the same time. Yes. I'll be telling you also KWPL, I think inaendelea. There's that Forces Derby. I don't know how you call it, but Kenya Police Bullets are playing against Ulinzi Starlets. I'll be keeping you updated about the results na proceedings of the game.
And Tyson just trying to get hold of possession there, but it's still a ping-pong affair earlier on. 5 minutes, no team has settled in this one. Typical derby, Anthony.
Yes, absolutely. It takes a while for the two teams to settle, and in most instances the team that settles fast controls the game more, creates more chances, and if they are able to utilize that particular phase when they're on top and get a goal, then the game changes to their favor, or rather they sway the game into their favor.
And the referee having a word or two with the team captains. Ni kama kiatu imeanza kutembea.
Kiatu
hiyo ni ya kupunguza speed. Tyson clattered a good one by is it Ebeneza?
Yes, I think ni alikuwa.
Yeah.
Sometimes nilikuwa namsikiza Roy Keane, the legendary Man United player, akiwa anasema in these derbies even if you know the opponent, maybe the player is better than you, unafaa umuoneshe no, you cannot do that to me. Unamkanyaga sometimes umuonesha kwamba I'm not here to laugh with you just because you are good.
Yeah, there are only two ways of dealing with a player of Tyson's caliber.
There goes
either you make sure he steps up a lot. It's either you make sure that the ball doesn't get to him, Tyson, because as Mobili said earlier on, he's a creative spark that AFC Leopards are depending on or relying on to create opportunities for them. So one, you either make sure that he doesn't get the ball, and two, you make sure that there's a man that is close to him in such a way that as soon as he gets the ball, then he's on him tayari. Ukimpatia space ya kufikiria, you're done.
There goes Ronald Shichenje, the elder brother to Collins, of course, but loses out, and it's now Alpha.
Hapa hivi usema any team has settled, to be honest. Uwezi kusema any particular team has settled.
Hapa ni noma.
Ama ni nerves in the first moments of game, ni nerves na kick in.
It's definitely nerves. But around the quarter hour mark, you'll realize that most of the teams now will have settled a little bit. They'll be more comfortable on the ball. But expect this to be what we will witness for the remaining few minutes until at least we get to the quarter hour mark, when probably we'll see more composed players and players now that are very comfortable in expressing themselves on the ball.
Haya, Kibwage. It's trying to go on. The Gor Mahia looking like they want to go direct.
And there goes. That's the first corner of the game, but that's a good take.
Hey, let me see. Let me see the replay.
That's a good take. Pascal Isombe. Look at that.
Ilikuwa nje.
If he was clear,
ilikuwa nje. But also the tackle is clean.
No, that's great defending. That's great defending by Casey. And what I like the most about him, and especially when he plays as a centre back, because there has been instances where AFC Leopards has used him as a defensive midfielder, is his composure. He's a calm head under pressure, and that's exactly what you need in these kind of fixtures.
Do you normally advise defenders to commit? Juu kicommit na tackle, ukipitwa ni hivyo. Imeenda. It will take time for you to recover.
Yeah, of course, committing is the last resort, and I think in that particular instance he got that right, because had he not done that, then Esombe would have probably been clear on goal.
Enoch Morrison to take the corner kick, swings it nicely. Wow. And it's been cleared yet again. Corner number 2.
Morrison is one of those players mwenye haogopagi social media kabisa. Yeah, anasema garo yake.
They go short. Ochuoga Morrison to try that. It goes out of play. I think he should have done better there.
Absolutely. I think the best thing for him to do would have been to float the ball in the far post and give his teammates an opportunity to probably attack that particular ball. But I think Gor Mahia already showing intent in this particular match. They've started on the front foot. They've had 2 corners in the last 8 minutes or so. So again, just sending the signals to AFC Leopards that today we mean business.
The idea was right, actually. I think ilikuwa ni Morrison amempatia Alpha, but I think angei-float kama cross. Angeleta kama cross.
And it's Gor Mahia again on the ascendancy. Semo, they are actually overloading this left hand side, and clearly you can feel there is that gap. Last weekend when Police beat FC, it was that left side they overloaded. Side. Yes.
Mimi napata interesting because I think namuona kama ni Musa na drift ndani, drift inside sana. It's a combination amejaribu even the last match yenye walikuwa there's a game wali concede walifungwa na Tusker.
Yes.
It's the same thing kwamba unampata Musa anajaribu ku drift inside wa combine na kina Morrison, then walipoipoteza of course na niwa push up, the fullback is already high up the pitch. Hiyo space hapo nyuma inatumiwa. They have to be very careful sana leo.
Alpha, the ultra battle Alpha na Munyendo leo watapelekana. So it's a throw in for FC Leopards. I think Charles Akonor the first 10 minutes he must be a happy man seeing what his team is able to do pound to pound with Leopards.
Mbona ongea kama fan FC?
Siongei kama fan FC. Always it's FC who always enjoy chunks of possession and
fair enough.
So but this time round Gor Mahia taking the game to them.
That's what I was trying to tell Modo. Ukiwa na prepare team kama hii unajua we want be the dominant team in terms of having the ball, unawaambiaje wakae composed na wanafukuza tu mpira kila time.
Well, in tactical discipline, it's all about tactical discipline, and respecting your opponent and understanding the qualities that they possess. But also in terms of keeping the ball, the one thing that works against a team that keeps the ball for that long is that they always lose their shape, because the players are way too mobile, and if they don't have a good defensive shape when they're going forward, or that rest defense as we normally call it, then you've got a lot of spaces that you can exploit and hurt them.
And sometimes mkiwa na mpira sana, you push high up the pitch.
Absolutely.
So whenever you lose the ball, your defenders have a lot of ground to cover.
Absolutely.
And it can be a challenge.
Yeah, you just have to be sharp enough to exploit those transitions as well. Your team has to understand that as soon as we win possession, they've got numbers in our own half, there's lots of space behind them, so let's exploit those spaces before they regroup again.
11 minutes gone, still 0-0. The game looks like Gor Mahia have more of the chances. Ochuoga tries to break again from the right hand side. It's gone out of play.
It's good defending.
Good defending from Semo.
He directed on the outside. Alafu sababu akona better physique. Akamwa anamhold tu paka mpira utoke. Very good.
Paul Ochuoga is another player that has been very, very outstanding for Gor Mahia, despite the fact that they've been inconsistent in terms of posting positive results. I think one of the positive things that has come out of this Gor Mahia side this season is Paul Ochuoga. Very enterprising, modern day fullback that will defend when you require him to defend, that will also give you an edge in terms of attacking and floating those dangerous and quality balls from Gor Mahia's right flank.
And also talking about the atmosphere at the Nyayo National Stadium.
See you can see. Sasa fans sometimes anaona haezi ona akiwa kwa kiti, because you can see wamehang kwa wall hapa, anaona akiketi haoni game vizuri ama nini.
It's the pressure, they're on edge. The game keeps you on edge. Ukiwauliza sasa hata wajui kama wamesimama ama wamekaa. There's so much kwa game.
Nangoja kuona wale wasi wa ngoma, because hao wasiji kama wanaochiki game, wanaoga tu wako kwa
gada. Half the time they don't even know what the scoreline is, but they will entertain you.
Those nani amefunga?
The boss ulikuwa game.
And Gor Mahia really terrorizing FC at the moment. 13 minutes, FC bado wanajaribu sana to settle into the game. Could it be maybe the changes that Leopards have made in the starting lineup, Munyendo and coming in place of Kelly Madada?
I think if there was a better time for Gor Mahia to meet FC Leopards, it's now, when they are coming from the back of a 3-goal defeat against Police. And as a player, that plays in your psychology, it plays in your mental preparedness when you're coming to such a big fixture. The back of your mind, hey, we were exposed last weekend. We got probably the highest defeat that we've had this particular season. And so if Gor Mahia were to really pile pressure on them and push them, that doubt becomes even more profound for FC Leopards players.
Paul Ochuoga felt something from that tackle from Ronald. She changed it. This is why the battle is it's not even started.
Bado.
And by the way, we are still waiting for the first shot on target either way.
Absolutely.
For a game that imekuwa na moments that the first shot on target is going
Hakuna.
Okay.
And you can always tell that it's just tactical. It's too tactical, and I think both teams are playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. Two defensive midfielders for FC, that is Undo and Munyendo, and Alpha together with Morrison.
Absolutely.
The other way. So it's still a tense battle there. Chuoga finds Franco Diambo.
And if you look at the two setup, both midfielders as that you've just mentioned, you'll realize that they are both technically very, very good players, but they are also players that don't shy away from their physical duels as well. And that's why it's been very difficult for either of these two teams to settle, because at the center of the park, they've got players that are no nonsense.
Chance for Gor Mahia to try swing that in. Esombe lining up something. Whoa, that was a rush tackle from Musa Undo on Adukwao.
Sometimes unasemaga you don't have to do that. Any payment to the game.
So they've gifted Gor Mahia an opportunity in the 15th minute to try test Katasi.
Yeah, they've certainly given them a set piece in a very, very good position. Oundo had no business, committing to that particular tackle. Adukwa was not as dangerous. Had he kept his composure and just denied him, a clear sight of goal, all that probably Adukwa would have done is to play the ball backwards, trying to find support. But now he committed. Adukwa, used that particular opportunity to evade him and probably create an opportunity for him to take his shot. But, Oundo was well aware of the fact that had he given him the space to take his shot, then that probably would have been Gor Mahia's first big opportunity to get a goal in this match.
So Gor Mahia with that free kick, Mwabili, I know you are buzzing. You're buzzing about this. Apa.
Yeah. This can be the moment. Quarter an hour. This can be the moment.
Oh yeah. Kinyanjui must be trying to listen to what Alpha and Ebenezer are planning on that side, and
sometimes player anaambiwaga wana you try to get into someone's mind. Unaambia wewe ujui mzee. Huwezi. I don't know if it works though.
It works when you're dealing with less experienced players, but when you're dealing with an experienced player, look at you laughing.
An opportunity that goes wide. Oh, he went for power, not precision.
No, but he wasn't far off.
Oh, Adukwao.
He wasn't far off.
Could he have done better, coach?
Well, I think in those particular instances, you need more precision than power, because you're very, very close to the opponent's goal. So if you put too much power, then you'll not have enough time for the ball to go up and, of course, deep inside the goal. So more precision than power would have probably worked for Gor Mahia in that instance.
Greg,
yes,
pale Ulinzi complex. Bana Kenya Police Bullets seems to be well in control of their title.
I understand. The last time I was checking the updates, they were leading by a goal to nil.
Sahi wako 3-0.
Oh.
Imeenda. This was the team that was challenging Police kidogo. Tunasema at least maybe they can they have a chance. Lakini saizi clearly Police chukueni trophy.
Yeah. Well, Coach Modo, what worked for you against Tusker? Against Gor 2 weeks ago?
Well, I think they were too confident, overly confident, and at times that can work against you in a game of football. They gave us way too much spaces to attack. As I said, Paul Ochuoga is one of the most interesting fullbacks in our local game. Steps up a lot. Onyona Brighton tends to step out a lot, so that gives them an edge in terms of attacking, but of course it creates massive spaces that can always be exploited when you're playing against a team that is well aware of the fact that those spaces will be available.
But to point some so people know how Gor Mahia maybe play. They know how FC Leopard play. He challenged inakuwa gani, yes, you're going to have spaces in behind. Yes, their fullbacks normally push high up the pitch, but kupatia mpira na uiweke hiyo space ndo shida.
Exactly. Understanding that right moment. And all your players being in sync in that particular moment, understanding that I have to make a run in that space, and whoever has the ball understanding that I've got to play this ball there as soon as possible.
Wow.
Yeah. So Brian Odhiambo with the ball, they call him Bio.
So this is exactly what I was talking about when I was mentioning Bio. You can already see in the first 18 minutes or so that Gor Mahia's backline has not been threatened that much. Partly because of the composure that he has in these sort of moments. Helps them, to start their build-ups from the back, and also, comes into play to just diffuse, moments or situations that otherwise would have, put Gor Mahia under a lot of pressure.
I can see FC Leopards have so many players in the middle of the pitch centrally. So hata Gor Mahia kujaribu kubuild through the central channels inakuwa ngumu sana kwao. Si Morrison ako peke yake, ako surrounded karibu na wachezaji wanne wa FC Leopards. It's very hard.
And it says a free kick again. Alpha. I told you that battle between Munyendo and Alpha.
I would be very surprised if at the end of 90 minutes, Undo, Munyendo or Alpha don't have a yellow card in this match.
Ebenezer! What a save, Katasi!
No way!
Wow!
Yeah. What a ball!
Adukwa was clear.
What a
the
ball!
Gor Mahia fans were up on their feet.
I can understand the coach, to be honest.
What a save, Humphrey Katasi. That's why they call him Mr. Clean Sheet.
Angalia to that ball.
He broke clear in between, but then what a save.
Alpha?
Absolutely. But what a ball from Alpha.
Wow, Alpha Onyango, what a ball.
Luango was beaten.
Could
he have done better there?
I think he did as best as he could. Let's give credit to Katasi as well for positioning himself and anticipating that Dukwa was going to try and dink it on top of him, and of course positioning himself in a way that I could have been able to parry that away.
The corner swung in.
You think maybe hiyo mpira liache ilipodunda ikamtuanisha, it tightened the angle?
I think he was looking for the far post.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he thought. Yeah, but
look at that. There it is. Okay, I think equally a good strike, equally a better save.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think Casey also did well to put him under pressure there, because had Casey delayed, then probably Adukwa would have been more composed and probably would have executed, what he wanted to do even better without his pressure. So credit to Casey also for putting him under pressure.
So the first shot on target comes after 18 minutes of play, and rightfully so, Gor Mahia deserved that.
Absolutely, and it just goes to show how tight this match has been. The battle has been, in the center of the park. Both sides have been unable to create chances from that particular area. But once again, Alpha reminds everybody of the quality that he possesses.
Top player.
That was a really, really good pass in that particular instance.
And Brighton Onyuna also having some good battle there with Kenyan Njui.
Absolutely. Another revelation for Gor Mahia this season, Brighton Onyona. And he's been very, very consistent, and so much that he probably forced, Siraj Mohammed, one of the best left backs that we have in this country, to go to KCB on loan. Because he couldn't just stand being on the bench for longer than he had already done. So a good move for Siraj as well, just to get more playing time, because he's also a left back that has a lot of quality.
There goes Esombe. Another stop by Humphrey Katasi. Wow, they missed him.
Jesus,
they missed him. He's not been in for close to six games, and
I think he's down. Sijui kama liligonga. Greg, I'm seeing online kuna watu tufuatilie kwa stream yetu.
Yes, and but you can follow us on our social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, X at SportyFM KE, and of course we are live on YouTube, SportyFM Kenya.
Facebook pia pale SportyFM Kenya. Naona Agala anauliza which frequency. In Nairobi 105.0, Mombasa it's 107.3, Nakuru it's 103.9, and Kisumu Dala it's 106.6. Tune in pale
na muona tune in ukienda rally na rally Kisumu.
Mr. Lutali Moses Onyama, thank you very much. Anasema Nairobi Eastland is represented. Colin Sitati anasema huruma kwa chief. Alafu Monica Mulemi, huyu sijui ni Mulemi.
Amesema nini?
Mulemi unari anasema SportyFM dancing huyu anasema live streaming, thank you very much. Mulemi mama ameamua ingie.
Ni dadangu by the way. 23 minutes gone, tense moments everywhere. And the FK Vice President McDonald Mariga seemed to be consulting something.
Is it the Vice President or the acting President?
No, it's the Vice President, because we
bado ejana.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so Humphrey Katasi down. He's being attended to.
Absolutely, and I think Fred Ambani has used that particular opportunity to rally, his troops together, because he will be well aware of the fact that Gor Mahia could have easily been 2-0 up, after 23 minutes of play. So Katasi has been big in terms of making those saves that still keep the scoreline at 0-0. Yeah, two massive saves.
Yeah,
and it just goes to show what probably Greg was alluding to earlier on when he mentioned that Bain has been out for some time and is now back. The same case can be said, for Katasi. He's been out injured for some time, but of course the coach has brought him back into the fold, and he's, showed exactly why the coach maybe had faith in him.
Greg, we kama defender, let's say we ni center back hapo, and you see a goalkeeper kama Katasi.
Yes.
Wewe tuseme wewe dikina Samuel wangu whatever Casey, wote you the back line, but mnaona say even if you make a mistake for some reason mnamwamini, he will bail you out. Does that give you like kama extra confidence?
It does, because you are as good as the people around you, and I know Coach Anthony Kimani, you've been in these situations whereby do you sometimes when you're playing, could you just look around and say that, okay, I think today we can play better, depending with the partner you are with?
No, absolutely. There are players that complement each other in terms of their strengths, and weaknesses. And at times there are certain pairings when you know that, you maybe will not have as much to do, or you will enjoy your game because you are paired with somebody that understands you really, really well, and somebody that you also understand really, really well.
Yeah, and pressure still on Leopards after 25 minutes. They've not had any shot on target.
Hapa ndo tunasema sasa teams have started settling in.
Exactly. And what we said earlier on, I think still remains to be true, that the team that settles fast will create the most opportunities or chances in the match. But I think the game changer is if then they do get to utilize the opportunities, and this in this particular instance, Gor Mahia has had 2 big chances that they've not utilized, and maybe they might live to rue those opportunities that they've missed,
because sometimes you can score goals against the run of play.
Absolutely.
Kapsa, the opponent is dominating na kila kitu, but then AFC have those type of players bana, Kinyanjui, Taiso can create something out of nothing kapsa ile, yani hata we expect sometimes same venye wana overlap vizuri, can provide very good solutions out through the wide areas. So bado si ati AFC because they're not dominant on the ball, etinamalisha it's looking gloomy for them. No.
Yeah, and as we said, you can always catch us live on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube. SportyFM KE is our handle. And Katasi has really been busy this first half.
Asema yeye ako job.
He's certainly earning his pay today. He's earning his pay.
And just as I said, they missed him because you find that he is one of the keepers who we can always say has always been having those clean sheets. Very commanding. Was frozen a little bit when Levis Opio was still at FC Leopards. Yeah,
that's true.
Levis is a good player.
Yeah. So but when he got the opportunity, he's actually grabbed it, and I'm sure patience has finally paid.
It has certainly paid off. And what we keep on telling players is it's always a matter of of when, not if. So always prepare for your moment, so that when your moment comes, you grab it. And I think that's exactly what Katasi did. He remained as professional as he could, worked as hard as he could, even when he knew that he was always going to play second fiddle for Levis, but he knew that his moment is going to come, and it looks like he was certainly ready for his moment.
A 1-2 that didn't really get to the man. Senyonjo and Semo. Semo is doing a lot of overlapping. Reminds me of Robertson.
Wana muangalia nasema the energy required to do that through the entire 90 minutes, going up and down, si mchezo.
And right now Tyson for the first time tries to release Senyonjo, but then Bayo, as you rightfully put it, knows exactly how to calm things down and claims the ball. And Alpha Onyango will try initiate a move for Gor Mahia. What a pass, trying to pick Ochuoga.
Lakini
Ochuoga didn't complete his run. I think Alpha had anticipated that he's going to complete his run, played the ball as forward as he could, so that Ochuoga only has to probably whip in the cross with one touch. But Ochuoga didn't anticipate that the ball was going to be played in that space.
Do you think goalkeepers are underrated sometimes? Like you know, for you even
chance
to have
for Gor Mahia, Esombe tackled there. Now Sharif Musa finds his man Ebenezer Adukwao.
Nice one.
This getting for goal. Another save by Katasi.
No.
What a save. No. I don't know.
This is not normal. Hey! Look at that chance. Good ball from Sharif Musa.
Yeah, almost an own goal.
Yes.
I think by that is Munyendo. But then a double save there. A double save to deny Gor Mahia what would have been the lead.
I think it just shows that it will take something very special to beat Katasi today. He looks like a keeper who's at the top of his game.
Yeah.
And the good news for FC Leopards is that will have boosted his confidence by a massive margin.
Ooh.
And of course that will be bad news for Gor Mahia, because if they haven't scored, if they're not 3-0 up, in the half-hour mark, then they will probably be wondering what exactly is happening.
Look at that chance.
The way Gor Mahia should have been like 3-0 up.
Yes.
Already.
Look at that.
Alafu.
Ebenezer completely miscued his was it gonna be another own goal?
But let me ask
two,
you,
two efforts that look at that.
Greg, if the opponent is able to have almost 2 attempts back to back at your goal, kwa defense ilikuwa wapi?
Ilikuwa tu. They've done their
again,
part.
Even in the build up for that particular match, you saw Sharif Musa overlapping, you know, and he went and checked, and that's what we talked about earlier on. You know, Semo again does very well in terms of complementing AFC Leopards attacks, but he ought to understand that he's first of all a defender. His main objective, his main responsibility is to defend, and he's only supposed to attack while he can. And if you keep on stepping forward as he has been doing, I'm pretty sure at some point Gor Mahia will exploit that space.
Because on that overlap, I think it'll be the case ndo aende kujaribu kuizuia. Because Semo hakuwa around.
Semo, and the fans njugu zimemwagika Nyayo Stadium. Oh my, how unlucky can you be? Look at Boniface Ambani.
Boniface anaomba Mungu.
Being a former player, he knows that they are very lucky to still go at 0-0. He very well knows that Gor Mahia has been the better side for the first half an hour, and so his team needs to pull up their socks and do it really fast. Paulo
Chuoga was the man being attended to by the medical staff for Gor Mahia. Got clattered on his ribs, and Charles Akonor, former player, he was a fantastic player by day in his days, captain Ghana too. So we are witnessing teams that are being coached by guys who played for the national team.
They understand it, they know it all. Lambani, imagine. As a player, legend of the game.
And Charles Peter Kamaku has really covered some distance today.
Absolutely. And not forgetting the pressure that comes with you know, being the center referee, you know, in the derby. So yes, he has to cool his head a bit.
Ambani anakuaga composed sana.
He was composed. If hata kicheza bola alikuanga. He was just a man who was calm. Bring the ball, let me do the rest.
Hii game they've not been defending very well, lakini umsikia kishout akidini ametulia tu.
I
mean, I love those coaches. Wanasemaga they did their work kwa training.
And of course, talking about Njugu, from far and wide, fans have come to attend this game.
Is it safe to say it's an international fixture now?
Actually, this is the biggest derby in Africa.
Because that's context ilikuwa na wazungu and she's a Gor Mahia fan.
Just goes to show that this game, you know, cuts across the border, doesn't recognize race, religion, you know, any of that. It just brings the whole, you know, world together.
Mimi nadhani hii study imejaa kuliko capacity wale, because watu wamejaza kwa viti vyote na bado watu wameketi wamesimama.
Is it safe to say that Nyayo is too small for the derby?
Yeah, you'd make that argument. But Mimi, I love it for production, because this is a good aesthetic ambience for production.
For production,
perfectly fine. Because sometimes it can be very big.
So you see, you're selfish.
Fair enough.
So quite some stoppage time will be added on this one, because the stoppages have been too much, and Ochuoga was the man being attended to.
But the stoppage will have worked in favor of AFC Leopards because they needed to cool the pressure
and regroup,
you know, just get their act in order. So this will have worked in their advantage, just cut off the momentum that Gor Mahia had in the last couple of minutes. I tell you,
if there's a day Gor is to beat Lep FC, if they don't change, it's today. But then that man on the ball, Nyongesa, man who has had his debut in the Premier League this season, signed from So United. He's been solid for FC, by the way.
Another attack.
And goes down the right hand side. Sombe.
Was that Alpha's been
looking
very good,
for Ochuoga. Tried out that one too. Didn't work out, and
he was indecisive, didn't know whether to keep the ball or to pass, so in the end he ended up doing neither.
I've not seen Gor Mahia play beautiful football for quite a while.
For quite some time. Yetoni nashangaa. Yes, ukiwa Kasarani they were hivi tu against Bandari.
Ama ni grao.
By the way, because they had issues with that grao in Wanguru, then Kasarani pia, it was not in the best conditions. Maybe ni grao.
No, they've just brought their A game together today, or rather in this particular match, because in the first leg they played on this very same pitch against FC Leopards.
But it was all about FC.
Exactly. FC Leopards, I mean, had a really, really good match for the entire 90 minutes. But today you can clearly see that Gor Mahia have got a very different mindset that they've approached this match with.
And Munyendo the destroyer.
People normally
He's always
say,
there. Yeah.
even as a coach, you don't need to give players extra motivations for such.
They are already
Absolutely.
motivated for this one. Yeah. And this man has been quiet for quite some time.
Yes, he's been very quiet. I don't think kama
Sharif
FC
Musa, yeah.
no, I don't think kama Gor Mahia manage kutengeneza isolation moments kwa Musa, but venye namuona his movements from the inside, yeye amesaidia kutengeneza the chances,
yes.
So even though
Because
ukiona it's good intelligence kwa player, ukiona yes they're not creating 1v1 chances for me out wide, naweza nikaingia nisaidie team centrally, and that's what he's been doing and I like it.
Yeah, because when a winger inverts, he creates a lot of problems for the fullback, because the fullback is not sure whether to go in with him and create the space for an overlapping
That's a risky one
fullback.
from Frank.
Yeah, very, very risky.
If you miss then Senyonjo is clear.
Yeah, coach Moro, you're saying how when a winger inverts,
Exactly.
utampatia fullback decisions.
Yes.
Exactly. He has to make a decision. He either has to maintain or man his space, anticipating that the fullback is going to try and exploit it, and in that particular instance, the winger that has inverted will have a lot of space to receive the ball and turn, or go in, stay tight on your winger, and in so doing again, you vacate your right back position, and if there's an overlapping fullback that has made a timely run, then again that space will still be exploited.
Yeah, so 37 minutes gone, still 0-0 at the Nyayo National Stadium. If you're joining us, this is SportyFM, where we're beyond sport, bringing you this game between AFC Leopards and Gor Mahia. The reverse fixture, of course, went in favor of FC. Goal scored by Julius Mbasaba earlier on in the first half of that game. He's not in part of the squad today because he's injured.
Yes.
Yeah, so that means FC will be trying to find goals from somewhere. They're still yet to test the goalkeeper.
Now FC Leopard, if they win today, they'll be level on points with Gor Mahia, but of course Gor Mahia have an advantage with a goal difference, but if Gor Mahia win, they'll be 6 points clear, and
that's almost a chance for FC. That has been but nice turn by Sharif Musa trying to pick Ebenezer, but it is offside.
It is a clear offside. But I don't know, I've not seen it happen.
I just want to see what Mr. Peter Waweru will do, because he's running towards a Gor Mahia player who continued with the move even after the whistle had gone.
Yeah, but at times you can't blame a player in this sort of environment, because it's a stadium that is packed, and a lot of these fans have got whistles as well. So at times you really don't get to hear the referee's whistle in the first instance.
Semo looking for that 1-2. Semo again. He'll try find Ronald Chichenje, but a good interception by Ochuoga.
Me love how Gor Mahia
they are calm in defense.
Yes, and they support each other. Ukimwona kama ni Ochuoga, if FC are attacking Ochuoga, Morrison at a drop kuja ku pick up kama ni any midfielder, the winger will drop to pick up the opponent fullback. So wako vizuri, they're in sync so far.
Yeah, but I think in that particular moment, Morrison probably would have done better to try and exploit the space that had been vacated.
Yeah,
by Semu and Chichenje as well, because the two players that are playing in FC Leopards left side were all stepped up, so that clearly meant that there was a lot of space to be exploited. I liked what they did in the initial attack, where they turned their defensive situation into a very, very lethal attack. Just a bit unfortunate that one of their players was offside in that particular instance, but that transition was really, really good, and it nearly caught FC Leopards napping.
Yeah, and right now it's boiling nicely. Duang and Munyendo having a word or two, going at each other. Munyendo loves derbies. He loves derbies. And he's been yellow carded for that.
Already a yellow card, yes.
Yeah.
And you remember what I said, that I would be very surprised if...
It's a corner kick for Gor Mahia.
Yes. That's Ochuoga trying to sneak
that's
in.
that's Ochuoga, yep. Yeah, I knew that there was bound to be a yellow card, for any of those 4 central midfielders for the two sides, because it's a highly charged affair, and of course Ochuoga there.
That was sneaking
trying
in.
to be clever, trying to sneak in, because he knew that Katasi was probably anticipating a cross ball. Just goes to show how high his football IQ is, Ochuoga.
Corner kick for Gor Mahia, cleared by Tyson, who's been very quiet.
Very quiet, and usually quiet.
Is he missing Madada?
Maybe because sometimes also you need someone who understands your movement. I know he's a very associative player. Yeye mwenyewe anataka mtu mwenye anaweza kimpatia pass, will move into a different space, apewe tena, combine vitu kama hivyo. So if you don't have a partner who can offer the same, you can struggle.
Gor Mahia for the first time want to go long, those long throws.
This is where I miss Kapen.
Can throw just as far as Kapen does. It's also a long thrower.
And he tries something there. Alpha almost getting to the end of that, but nice. That would have been a breakaway move.
Yes, Oundo, if you get that pass right kidogo there, it's a solid break.
Munyendo intercepting that one. Now chance for FC to break, and I think that will be a card for Esombe.
It should be a card.
Morrison, I think. Morrison,
very. I think he was just clever.
Yeah, he knew exactly what he was doing. Sichenje was en route to create, a probably dangerous move for Gor Mahia.
That's a cynical challenge.
Yeah, it is. He knew exactly what he was doing. Didn't have a chance to touch the ball, but he knew very well had he let Sichenje go there, that probably would have been a dangerous move for Leopards.
Gor Mahia try to win that back. Sichenje, Tyson collecting them in the middle of the park. Oundo trying to look for Munyendo, too late to react, and now it's a turnover. Sharif Musa, he's driving all the way. Musa tries something spectacular. That
why was Adekwa not joining in that attack?
Exactly.
And Gor Mahia still have the ball. It is good Sharif chance. Musa.
You see that challenge of overlapping? Again!
A missed chance by Gor Mahia.
But did you see that chance, that cross coming out wide? Ni sema alikuwa yuko.
Again.
I can see George Jaseme, my friend, in the Gor Mahia crowd is already asking, why? Is this not the ball was missed by everybody.
Tried to be too clever. That would have been a simple tap.
He was looking for a spectacular.
Absolutely. Yeah. And at this point, a goal is a goal. It doesn't matter.
He was going for
just fire it in. Yeah.
I've been a very a huge advocate of contact.
Yes.
Mimi normally it's not morally maybe accepted where a player takes advantage of contact. Ukimgusa kidogo tu
nivo
anaenda chini.
Yeah.
But you coach, do you guys coach these things? You teach mtu unamwambia bwana, I know we want to win ethically na kila kitu sportsmanship, but maybe if I have a chance to give you a yellow card, I'll take it bila kufikiria.
Well, it's something that is very difficult to coach. It's instinctive. Instinctive. In that very moment, if you feel a touch and you know that by going down you might give your team an advantage. Some players will do it, some won't. So
Mashemeji, why do you play? Me, I was watching the 20. It was a women's game. Under 20 Kenya the Starlets against Tanzania. And to be honest, Tanzania were killing us with that contact. Hata walipata penalty, I think, as a result of that. Hata haja feel your contact. Ni kama ameinusa tu hivi. Anaenda chini. And because there's contact, you're giving the referee a chance to make a decision.
Absolutely.
And I like the diamond formation for Gor Mahia in midfield. They've dominated that area.
It's working for them. Yeah. All their wingers understand when to invert and create those spaces and overloads in the central channel.
So a throw in for Gor Mahia, Franco Diambo and Kibuage, who've barely shed a sweat this first half.
You could argue. Kana najua probably just sweat. So
that is it. Semo once again.
but I also think PFC Leopard, they're doing a median block or something.
Yeah.
Mpira ukifika katikati kidogo they step up sasa. Hawakuachi hapa.
Sasa na huyo nini inamwangusha sasa?
Wasema players, footballers, one of the best actors.
Find Paulo Chuoga just falling off. Luangu. Hapana. What wasonge mbele? They are inviting pressure.
I was having this conversation with my friend that in our local game, I hate because as again ukiwa karibu na touchline. So we love the possession game. We love to play beautifully as people call it. Lakini ukiona player amerudisha mpira nyuma, unakasirika sana. You don't want unataka wacheze mbele kabisa.
Isonge. Hapo FC Leopards with attack Kinyanjui to Senyonjo and Tyson trying something there. What a pass to Ronald Sichenje. FC in that area for the first time. They're trying to find that ball that
come on.
And it is a free kick for FC Leopards, and Morrison is in trouble.
By the way, inaweza kuwa kama alifanya intentionally.
Yeah, the aftermath. Look at the aftermath. Nyasi iko chini. Let's wait and see.
I think
that's a foul. That's a foul.
Yeah, it's a foul. But
it's not a red card offense, but it's a foul. It's a foul. Yeah. So free kick in a very dangerous area for FC Leopards in the closing stages of this first half.
Miss Jonah, unaona kitu imeniimpress. In a high pressure game in a big team, kukiwa na decision kama hiyo utaona FC Leopards should have like flooded the referee when amweka pressure. That's a red card. So many big teams will do that.
But they know better when they know that the center referee is Mr. Kamaku.
Huyo mwendeangi hivi. 3 minutes added on in this first half. It's still 0-0. FC with the late chance of this first half. And coach, these are moments you look at it and
look that wide shot, that aerial
they should not get
absolutely. Yeah. And I know Gor Mahia will know in the back of their minds that they've wasted way too many opportunities, and in most instances than not, you do get punished when you've been that wasteful. That's how cruel this game is.
Hapa you would park pale expressway and watch and enjoy the game vizuri kabisa.
Tagongo, my friend.
Unaweka ile kibao ya nani? Unaosha hazard.
Now that's cynical.
Unataka kulipa ticket, unaosha hazard, unaosha game.
So Bayo having some words with Duang like weni nini na kusumbua uski. But you have to understand it's at the FC Leopards end, so there's a lot of noise coming from that gate 9. Yeah. So free kick for AFC. It is Shichenje and Casey.
Casey's being clever. Casey's being clever. He's moving the ball. Binder's already set his wall depending on where the ball was, but Casey is slightly moving the ball.
Look at Duang and
they're complaining about that.
They've seen it.
That's why Bine is so worked up.
So Casey still, and that's Tyson.
I think if there's a team that has scored very many goals from set-piece situations, I mean, it's FC Leopards. It clearly shows that they've been working on their set pieces. So Gor Mahia need to be very, very alert here if they are to avert this from becoming FC's first goal.
Marcus has been a fan favorite recently.
James Kinyanjui.
James Kinyanjui. So simu anamchagaya. That would have been angeanza haraka.
That just needed a touch. From anyone. Luangu was almost getting touch to the end of that. And
Ambani can't believe.
Yeah, Coach Fred Ambani is dumbfounded.
He knows how big that opportunity was, and that opportunity was coming.
Oh my, that one just needed a touch.
Who was that?
Almost. What a ball.
Undo could have just connected with it.
What a ball by KC.
Imagine you score this doesn't matter Gor Mahia. I tell you that it changes the dynamic.
I tell you,
it would have certainly changed the dynamics of this particular match. Gor Mahia has been by far the better side
this half.
And so this would have killed their spirit heading into the locker rooms, trailing by a goal to 0 when they clearly know that they probably would have been leading 4-0 by now.
Ochuoga, Alpha, scanning through and finds Ochuoga again. Good positioning by the Gor Mahia right back. Alpha, what a player. I love this player. Ni vile tu ako kwa kalamba ya lakini akikuwa national team.
Maybe I'm happy for the fans. Do you know, recently you'd find even the biggest games in the world, wanaogopana. People are not, like, unaona tu ni passive possession, passive playing. But here you can see there were clear-cut chances tayari zimetengenezwa. And I'm sure fans, hata kama inakuweka on the edge, you have to see this.
Yeah, bigger Peter Kirumba is listening. Ananiuliza who works on Sunday after him. And it is halftime at the Nyayo National Stadium. AFC Leopards hosting Gor Mahia 0-0, and we all know the first leg how it went. AFC Leopards won by a goal to 0. Julius Masaba scored in the 27th minute of the game, if I'm not wrong.
Unakumbuka mpaka hiyo?
Yes. You have easy details mimi wanga nazo.
And it also goes to 1999, that being the year that FC Leopards last did a double against Gor Mahia. So it's been that long.
A huge 45 minutes coming up, and of course you can share your views. We are live on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, SportyFM Kenya. You can always drop your comments there. We will be back in the second half. Don't go away.
Defensively, he's not, very, very good. So I don't know whether, Semo is going to get the same cover that he was getting in the first half from Shichenje, who didn't shy away from tracking back and helping him out.
And all of a sudden, it is all about AFC Leopards this second half as the ball is brought into the air again, cleared by Frank Odhiambo. And as you said, more ball-playing players for AFC. And that means Oundo will be doing more of the donkey work.
Absolutely, and what we are going to now see more in the second half is probably Tyson doing a lot more than he did in the first half, because Tyson thrives when playing in a team that can keep possession, a team that can get him on the ball, as much as he possibly wants to.
And Onyuna has taken one for the team.
He had to.
Yeah, Casey was driving through that midfield area. This cynical.
Absolutely.
Being a wing back, I think this is dangerous, yeah?
Very, very dangerous as a defender. But you also have to understand that he knew that he wasn't in his defensive position. So there was a possibility with a good insight that Casey has, that probably he would have played a pass in the space that he had vacated. So he knew that he had to get the job done. And of course, as you clearly said, took one for the team.
Yeah, Mobili.
Yes.
Mahia doing more of the defending these opening stages, and Kinyanjui on the ball.
Yeah, you can
tries
see
to swing that into the area. Senyonjo just didn't get his directions right.
With the missed chance at the close of the first half, you could see FC Leopard were having flashes of being the better side. So they've started right from where they left. You'd see maybe coach alienda kawambia to guys, continue doing what you did in the last 5 or 7 minutes of the first half, and it's exactly what
and Kinyanjui doing what we say that he does best compared to Musa. He has that ability to just float in very, very dangerous balls that are aimed directly at his attackers. And had Senyonjo probably positioned himself better there, that could have been the first goal for FC Leopards. And that's the second ball that he's brought in a span of 4 minutes. Just goes to show the quality that Kinyanjui has in terms of floating those balls in the dangerous area. Something that you don't get to see from Musa.
He's very attack-minded. As for Musa, he goes for safety first, I think. For me, he likes to recycle possession, which is very important in a game of football. He likes to play with the opponents. But for Kinyanjui, the first instinct is to go forward.
Exactly, because when you're in the attacking third as an attacker, you're always told to take as much risk as you can, because that's the only part of the pitch where every coach in the world, or nearly every coach in the world, will give you 100% authority to exercise your skill and ability to just weave through the defenders and create an opportunity for the team. So if you can do it at that part of the pitch, then I don't really know where else you can do it.
Yeah, and AFC Leopards enjoying chunks of the possession in this second half, unlike what was happening in the first half, and already a yellow card for Brighton. Musa Oundo with the ball finds Semo Oundo, chooses to go way back to Katasi. That's a risky one.
Yeah, but then probably it gives them another advantage to start the attack.
Yeah. Nwangu. And now Katasi. FC Leopards slowing the tempo a little bit.
Yeah, you need that. You really need that. You back and forth come a basketball game. It can only hold you for so much.
Yeah.
You're very risky.
Tactically, has Ambani gotten it right up to this moment, Coach Modo?
He certainly has. He knew that Gor Mahia were going to play on the front foot, and especially in the first half. He knew that he needed his workhorses that are going to ensure that he's got the defensive cover that he needed in order to, wriggle himself out of that situation. And now that has happened, or rather has come to pass, it's 0-0, after 45 minutes. He now believes that he's got a chance to just go on and probably get maximum points in this particular match. And if the 6 minutes that we've witnessed in the second half is anything to go by, then clearly his game plan seems to be working, because FC Leopards has been the better side in the 6 minutes of the second half.
Yeah. And free kick for AFC Leopards. Esombe again caught in the middle of things there. Beja is trying to force a move there, and it is a throw in for AFC Leopards. they're not used to going long FC like
kama Gor Mahia. It's an unfamiliar territory.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're winning most of the balls right now. Seems that maybe there was some proper rant in that dressing room.
Doesn't really work.
Somea watu sana.
Yeah, of course. You have to remind the players of what you all discussed and what you've been working on for the whole week. And if what they've done in the first half is not any of that, then they can get a proper dressing down from the coach. At times it works, or rather in most instances it works, because it just reminds them of who they are, the quality that they possess. And if they've not shown that in the first half, then they very well implement it in the second half.
The infamous one ile ilikuwa ya daraja Nikogo pale hii stadi na
yeah, there's an incident Kenya Njui and
but then he didn't make that
Morrison
he didn't make the contact na hiyo.
No, but that's
the intention. Yeah, the intention is is malicious.
It's malicious.
So, and he also had an offensive gesture, I think, directed towards Kenya Njui, and a player of his caliber really shouldn't be doing that. A good player, we must admit, but I think he has to keep his emotions in check. Morrison,
he's a very volatile player, to be
both on and off the pitch.
And Kasrika, he'll make it known.
Yeah, so Tyson is down. I'm not sure the extent of this injury. Wow. I think he just caught his knee. Oh, Tyson is in tears.
I was telling you about the incident where
look at it again. Look at that.
Won the ball, but I think the follow through is what has probably
the trailing leg.
Exactly.
Yeah. And he celebrated the tackle.
he's a defensive midfielder. You would understand.
Yeah. So tense moments there, and you can always see fans from all cadres, and they're asking a lot of questions at the VIP area. See, former FC Leopards organizing secretary Sava Kadima in spectacles.
Niliona by the way of the football, niliona FC Leopard secured like a last minute sort of sponsorship deal.
It was just a token.
Yeah. But unasema some good tidings. I think itakuwa they can make a very good case now for a follow-up proposal. With the turnout, with the attention it gets, maybe now they can have a proper talk now.
Yeah, they can have a proper
for something
talk.
Solid.
Yeah, even the Gor Mahia patron had promised to give them 1 million shillings today.
Eliud.
Eliud Owalo.
Because I was looking at, I think niliona juzi pia when the Kariakoo derby was happening, Simba against Yanga.
Yes.
They also tengeneza
want to pass, trying to locate Kenya Njui, but a good interception there. It will be a free kick.
He was very clever to take that contact.
I think Onyona has done very well to match Kenya Njui's prowess. And especially in the first half, Kenya Njui was very, very silent. Yes, in the second half, he's been quite instrumental in delivering some good balls.
That yellow card that Nyona has already received.
I think that makes a winger more bold, and more brave in terms of facing you with the ball, because they know right now you're a bit jittery. Any wrong move, any mistimed tackle can take you, for early showers, and so Kenya Njui is trying to really maximize on that.
Yeah, and that will be a throwing for Gor Mahia, who also have settled well after that jittery start in this second half. Katasi sending the ball out of play. Ochuoga to take the throw-in.
Might be interesting to see whether Gor Mahia's coach might, decide to bring in Lewis Bundy on board to provide cover.
Ooh, that's a
chance
good
for Sharif Musa.
Probably the first time I've seen him in an isolated
swings the ball nicely, but then Adukwao once again doesn't find his dimensions right.
Could have left it for
exactly. Exactly.
There was another
bit of communication. With a bit of communication. I think it was a Sombe that was in a better position to probably get a good header.
Yes. He'd already taken a flight, so angeka good pressure. That ball.
Yeah.
Anyway, pale kwingine APS Bomet still 0-0 against Sofapaka, a very troubled side. Alafu KCB against Kakamega Homeboys. KCB is still leading
by a goal to 0.
Yes.
Yeah. Remember also there is the FKF National Super League ongoing. 3K leading Kavati 2-0.
That's one interesting league by the way.
Luanda Villa leading in Kisumu. They're leading Kisumu All Stars by a goal to 0. And also So United are playing today. We'll be giving you the results of that. Migori Youth is playing Zoia meanwhile.
Yes, and it's very tough competition kwa hiyo ligi hapo between kina Migori, Mombasa, 3K, Mofa, Equity. Anyone can get promoted up.
Yeah. So back to action. An incident there, Morrison. Now Oundo amemfikia.
Yeah, it's give and take.
It's give and take.
Yeah, certainly is. So saying earlier on that maybe partly the reason why Ambani decided to pull out Munyendo is because of his nature.
Yeah.
His physical nature when he goes into the tackle, and knowing very well that he had already received a yellow card in the first half, so he opted not to take that risk. And I was saying that maybe Gor Mahia's coach might decide to do the same for Brighton Onyona, and more so for Onyona being a defender. That might be really, really dangerous, and they've got Lewis Bundy on the bench. Of course, a player that has turned out for AFC Leopards, used to be their former captain, so it might be interesting to see him getting some minutes in this match.
Yeah, he's been so unlucky ever since that move from FC Leopards, the former captain. Yeah, and it is gonna be a corner kick, I believe.
Yes, it's a corner kick. Sometimes I don't know if the change of environment affects the player. I don't know
how.
I'm trying to understand, because I know a player can be as good as the environment. Like you can be a normal average player, but then when you get to a solid competitive environment, kidogo your level goes up and vice versa. But silewagi when because FC Leopard is in a good trajectory, but then some players bado hawaja click. Want to try to understand nini na happen up.
So it is a wasted opportunity. Luangu was the target man. But you talk about defenders. This he's had a roller coaster kind of career. There's a time he was loaned to Shabana. FC Leopards almost sold him last season. But then when Coach Fred Ambani came into the squad, he gave him that belief, and he's one of the top picks. Yeah.
I think he has grown a lot in the last few months, and especially under Ambani, because at times as a player you're only as good as the confidence that your coach gives you.
Turnover.
Musa
trying to locate Sharif Musa.
That move
easily intercepted there by Luangu, who's had a good game so far.
I don't understand, if your teammate is coming, why are you going to the direction where he is?
Exactly.
See, unafaa upate an option, you go wide.
Exactly. His run there made it difficult for him to bring in a quality ball or be in control of that particular ball. He ought to have run a little bit wider just to give himself the space to now cut in,
and also to make that defender
make a decision.
Yes, make a decision between tracking and following Musa.
Yeah. And Bayo almost got caught out there.
Very confident build up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But there's far apart. I don't think this is.
They're far apart. Sometimes I think people do that to stretch, to make the pitch as big as possible for the opponent.
Yep, absolutely.
That's why you have your
I remember when FC conceded the first goal against Police, they were so apart.
Remember that Shabana? Was it Shabana? There's a game where you give away a very clean goal, but because the centre backs are wide apart,
it was Police FC.
The distances are bigger to cover. That's the downside of it now.
Alpha switches play to the left hand side. Charles Akonoro wants to get to the pitch. Into the pitch.
If it were me.
Ojok, what a defender. Good piece of defending to ensure that Ebenezer stays on the ground. And it is a free kick.
That free kick?
It's given?
Took a few seconds to make a decision. Yeah, he wasn't quite sure. But that's a clear foul.
That's a foul. By Ojok. That's a push.
An unnecessary one for that matter. I mean,
a shot from the back.
Because I think they had two players there. He wasn't going to do anything with that ball.
Exactly. But now they've just gifted Gor Mahia an
opportunity to try swing one into the area. I think Morrison will fancy this one.
Absolutely. He's a player that has got that quality, knows when to strike it directly on goal and knows when to float it in a dangerous area for his colleagues to attack. And they've got very, very good attacking threat. Franco Diembo has got a very, very good, aerial ability. So does Michael Kibwage.
And you know what? It's raining at Nyayo Stadium.
It's raining.
sudden change of weather.
Because everything was perfect.
Yeah.
But then you'd feel sorry for those.
These are moments when you don't want to mess up.
No.
Yeah, and the rain.
Yeah.
And the rain also brings about a different dynamic into the match. So now any ball that touches the ground is bound to accelerate even more.
Skips faster.
Any shot that is directed on the target, I mean, the keeper has to be at his best, and also the defenders have to try and cover as fast as they can, because there will be a lot of second balls now. If they manage to hit this directly on the target, Katasi might have a very, very difficult time trying to contain that ball.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah. So a free kick for Gor Mahia. 63 minutes on this one. Adequao, Alpha, Onyona, Morrison. Who's gonna take it?
Msema hapa ni wengi sana.
Ni
This
wengi.
has to be
Kamati.
from the training session.
So it is gonna be Adequao
And Morrison, if I'm not wrong.
I think
it's
but
either of the
Adequao
two.
is going to take it. Wow, that's a good chance. No way.
what?
No way.
Offside.
It's offside.
Oh, it's offside.
Yeah, but then Frank had just hit the post.
Yep,
Yes.
exactly. And just a few seconds, we had spoken about his aerial ability.
Yeah.
And he's
Was
just shown
it
exactly what he can do
Yeah.
in those situations.
He was a bit earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Yes.
just went a little bit early.
It's like a millisecond
Yeah.
early.
Yeah. So Gor Mahia hit the post twice in this game. Look
They
at the
have
fans.
created so many chances.
Unlucky moments. Shot is swinging. I think that's Morrison trying to catch Katasi. It is Dwang, the January signing from Posta Rangers.
He has settled in very well.
Yeah,
you
he
could
settled
say
in
that.
very, very well. And he took a heavy jersey number. Number 10.
Of course. From the Starboy himself.
Yes.
Yeah, shows the confidence that he has in his ability.
Wow.
Katasi almost caught out there.
Yeah,
And it's a
build-up that
turnover.
didn't
Yeah.
work quite well.
Yeah. So it is. He's looking for a free kick, I think.
Yeah,
so.
probably a free kick because I think his passing options were limited, but for some reason they've managed to get away with it. No, they have lost it.
Now chance for Senyonjo, but the ball goes out of play. It's a throw-in. Tired legs out there, Coach Kimani. Do you feel Gor Mahia need a change or two?
Absolutely. I think as the game progresses, we might see the introduction of probably Ben Stanley. And I know Capen has not had, the best time at Gor Mahia, but he's also a player that possesses, good quality. He can stretch, the opponent really well. He also has his long throws, just as another dimension in terms of Gor's attack. So maybe very soon, because as you clearly said, there are a few tired legs on the pitch. Their productivity, of course, is going to dwindle as the clock, ticks by. So we might see a substitute in the next few minutes probably, and mostly there will be attacking substitutes, because defensively they look very organized. They've been doing very well so far, but they just need that that attacking edge that they lacked in the first half, probably to see whether they will rattle the net.
So free kick number 15 for Gor Mahia. They are testing the waters once again at the reigning Nyayo National Stadium. Morrison swings the ball into the area, but not as convincing as it was a couple of minutes ago. And FC Leopards seem to have had players falling way back to try and defend that set piece situation. 0-0, 66 minutes. And Gor Mahia, I don't understand. Twice I've seen them try to catch Katasi.
Off guard. So it's like they are seeing him off the line and they think they might have a chance. Well, maybe, it works, but
maybe
it's
one
hard.
maybe one will swing it. You never know. But then I don't think.
We saw that against in that game, the Nairobi United, Kiza scoring such a goal.
Yeah.
A goalkeeper off the line and you send it long.
It was speculative, but then it worked again.
It worked for him.
But was it going in by the, just to think about it? It was going out.
No, it was going out.
It seemed like it was going out,
Yeah.
but the keeper didn't know where exactly he was positioned as he was running back.
Yeah. And,
So-
and that's when you really need to be aware of your surroundings as a keeper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Situational awareness.
You know, there's something that happens sometime when you are still at FC.
Mhm.
You had the back, the goalie number 2. How do you call him? Tiema.
Oh, Tieno Barnabas. Yeah.
There's a friendly match at City Stadium. Then all of a sudden he forgot where he was, and Coach Luke almost skinned him. He was out of the goal line.
Oh no.
Almost towards the corner flag.
Oh no.
Then realize that
as a keeper, that's one of the worst things that you can ever do.
Good play there by Tyson. Madada
He was a bit fortunate, like in the.
Try to be clever there. Hassan Beja still got possession.
Beja can play. Greg, do you fancy Beja at centre back? I've seen him play there,
but I don't think
Beja at centre back.
I think I've seen
free kick for FC in another dangerous position. As you said, right now it's really risky to try and make those tackles because guys are sliding a lot. Look at that tackle by Alpha Onyango.
Alpha says like there was no contact kabisa.
You guys will always act.
They are the best. At that.
Nasema Ingoya asali na maziwa. Embakasi. Ile branch Embakasi.
Embakasi branch. And the Ultras also doing their thing in the 68th minute of the game. It's a free kick in a very promising position. Yet to test Bayo.
Yeah, and Kinyanjui knows how to take this.
And Tyson as well.
That's why they are together.
I've just seen what he said. Kanyaga alafu utoke.
It looks like Tyson will be taking it ye mwenyewe sasa.
He fancies that one just outside the 18-yard area.
Looks like either direct ama mark up amemwambia nipatie in behind.
Probably or direct,
and
poor marking from
actually tries to almost finding that top right corner. Tyson,
poor mark. It can be very hard to track coach to track your markers, especially in such a situation ya set piece.
Yes.
Kumfollow kila mahali.
Yes.
You can easily lose your marker.
So it's so easy, and more so because most of the times the defender will be trying to look at the trajectory of the ball, and in so doing, in that millisecond, you lose your man.
And out goes one Ebenezer. Yes. In comes another Ebenezer. Asifua goes out, and Asifua comes in for Adikwao.
He started the season quite strong. At some point he faded.
Scored 5 goals.
And it happens to strikers. Sometimes goals dry up, and unfortunately it can affect your confidence also.
That's is Ebenezer to try.
You see what we were talking about earlier on. That wasn't a very hard shot, but it's key. But Katas struggled to keep it
because of the conditions.
Exactly.
Morrison wins that well, but then gives it away cheaply. Would you say AFC Leopards have been quite dominant size in midfield, Greg?
I think they have the ball in right areas, but then haven't tested.
Their first and second phase are good, but then wakipita hapo kwa middle half kidogo they need more creativity.
And Semo trying something from the outside, just didn't get his directions well. They are trying to also shoot from a distance
because of the what Coach Modo was talking about.
Exactly.
Kinyanjui,
you're bound to see more shots now.
Just slightly overhit. It will be a throw-in for Gor Mahia. 70 minutes, 20 plus added time left. Brighton Onyona to take the throw-in. And these are the moments when you need the crowd to charge you up.
Yes.
And, the Gor Mahia fans are doing exactly that. They know they have a chance. They've made a change in that attacking area where Adikwao was substituted for Ebenezer Asifua. 2 Ghanaians.
I can see Kakamega Homeboys have equalized against KCB. It's 1-1. Matano atakuwa anashangaa what is happening.
And as that is happening, APS Bomet halftime nil against Sofapaka, who risk relegation, by the way, if results don't go their way. FC Leopards miss.
PS Napamzo will be happy with this result. Okay, not really happy, but it's something in their journey to escape relegation. And you can say he is a specialist in these things.
Sharif Musa playing so deep today. As the ball, Kinyanjui trying to be spectacular there. Sharif Musa, I'm used to seeing him playing on the wings. And Peter Waweru, the referee of the day, seems to be checking on something?
I like how the referee has handled this particular match today, with all the pressure that comes with it. I think he's been very composed. He has let the ball run for as long as he can, so not too many, silly foul that most of the time break up,
And the man who's supposed to wear the armband actually has now, as FC Leopards line up a third substitution. The Uganda under-20 international Samuel Senyonjo will be stepping out for the experienced Victor Omune.
Victor Omune, captain. I heard him talk about this game. I think he was at the pre-match presser.
Yes,
he was. Coach Chambani. He looked very confident, saying the right things. But now it's an opportunity for him now to show us his leadership,
to walk his talk.
His talk, Sasa, literally.
There's no better person to to do that than him. He's one of the most experienced players in FC Leopards ranks right now. Very, very good centre forward, very composed. He's got very good hold up play and very as I said earlier on, composed when he needs to be. His conversion rate is also quite encouraging, and so of course FC Leopards will be looking up to him to take the responsibility of at least getting their opening goal in this match.
Kule Nyang'ori High School, Viga Queens have won by a solitary goal against Kayole Starlets thanks to Anita Namata. Kwa hivyo Viga Queens at least wameshinda. They have not been convincing this season as people had expected. We thought they'll go toe to toe with Kenya Police Bullets, but then kidogo they are falling short. But leo wamepata 3 points.
So Cameroonian pass Patrick Esombe and Ekandum. Ekandum has been stretched off, and I think they'll be lining up substitution. He's had a very good game also, the Cameroon national. He
certainly has.
Yeah. And so unlucky for him, he'll not be ending this match as he's been stretched off with an injury. I think that is when we'll start seeing the likes of Capen.
Yes, probably Capen, Ben Stanley now stand a good chance of being introduced in this match.
Yeah.
Quite unfortunate for Gor Mahia.
What qualities does Ben Stanley bring into a team? You, especially being at the national team, you always use him. What special qualities does he have?
Creativity, of course, and in an era where creativity seems to be lacking in most of the players that we have, he's a player that can very quickly give you that very, very good technical ability on the ball, knows when and how to play a pass in very, very tight situations, and of course he also has that knack for goal. He's got a very good shooting range rather, and in this kind of weather conditions, then you want players that can try and exercise that particular quality.
A decision that brought a lot of hits during that national team selection, but
in equal measures.
Yes, it paid off because Ben Stanley was one of the best players in that FIFA series.
Yeah, I think he silenced his critics.
Yes.
And as a player, that's what you're asked to do. You do your talking on the pitch. Of course, people will always say what they want to say about players. But as a player, your job is just to go out there and show people exactly why you've been given that opportunity.
So Ben Stanley will be coming on, and Lawrence Juma, experience, will be coming in for Jackson Duang.
Yeah.
Wow.
This one is interesting.
Patrick Esombe out, in comes Ben Stanley, and of course Jackson Duang having a taste of the derby. Actually, this is second
derby.
Yeah, it is his second derby. I think very good substitutions. Of course, Lawrence Juma is going to bring stability in the center of the park, and of course Ben Stanley will be required now to be the link-up man to ensure that Ebenezer gets good opportunities up front, and of course also to try and exploit the spaces that will be created from Ebenezer's run, or rather runs, to try and pull the defenders away from their positions.
Oh, a mistake, but then the pass is under hit, but Omune anaipata still, handball claim.
No. The referee waves play on. Tense moments there for Gor Mahia. Alpha turnover, switches play beautifully onto that right hand side.
It's not well timed, because now
what a second can do in football.
Yes.
You've
second.
seen that.
Ambani cannot believe it. He thinks there was contact.
Yeah.
Exactly. And earlier on we said,
Yes.
the contribution that Omune can bring to this FC Leopards side. Very, very composed, under pressure, and in that particular instance, probably would have given FC Leopards a good opportunity to open the scoreline today.
Because we thought it was a fluffed chance, but then he manages to control it and somehow create a chance out of nowhere.
Yeah, weave his way through defenders, didn't panic when he saw that he was surrounded by Gor Mahia defenders. You can see 3 defenders surrounding him.
Yes. That was a handball.
Yeah.
It was a handball. It's going to be
But Omune, look at the hold-up play.
it's going to bring a lot of trouble because I think it is
lucky.
a handball.
Yeah. I think that will be the second major talking point in this particular match in as far as penalties are concerned. You'll remember in the first seconds of the match as well, Esombe probably had a good
yes, he had a good shout for a penalty.
For a penalty as well.
And but sometimes they cut slack for our referees because again, it's very hard. They don't necessarily have things that aid them to make these decisions. You're seeing it real time, and if the moment goes, then it's gone.
That is true. That is true.
So 12 plus at a time, right here at the Nyayo National Stadium.
This right here is what Omune does best. His hold-up play, as we said earlier on, is very, very good. Doesn't matter how much pressure you pile on him as a defender. He'll always going to maintain.
Come at you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Greg, if this game ends in a draw, is it good news for Gor Mahia? Because they still retain their lead.
Yeah, it will be. The lead will still. It will be 4 points.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, 3 points.
Still 3. 3 points. Sorry. And it means that Gor Mahia will be like
the most important thing it will be in their control. They'll control their destiny.
Yeah.
If they win all their games, then
but as I said earlier on, I think the draw psychologically might be more beneficial to AFC Leopards that won the first leg of this particular match. And again, AFC has had a more consistent run.
Because also he said
compared to Gor Mahia. So
he said Gor Mahia are more likely to draw points than FC Leopard, which is fairly true.
Absolutely.
So Gor Mahia.
No, that's going to be a foul.
Madada committing the free kick on Onyona. 2 young players whom I believe will be the future of Harambee Stars.
I agree. I totally agree. Onyona has been very, very good.
Actually, people who are criticizing how come Madada didn't make it to the national team setup. So sooner or later, he will get that call up.
Absolutely. He's continuing to plead his case by putting up strong performances, and it's only a matter of when, not if.
Morrison to swing that in 79 minutes, actually the 80th minute. They should watch out for Asifua.
You see, the funny thing with these games, inakaa kuna goals up until now, and then someone scores and for some unasikia mabao mawili yamepatikana. You're like, where did this come from?
So Sharif Musa with that attempt that just went off target. It's a goal kick quickly started, and there is something that's gonna
I think it was an offside. So the referee wants it to be played properly.
Luangu. Back to Katasi. You know, when they start playing like this, they always invite Gor Mahia
to press high up the pitch. I don't think Gor Mahia are willing to commit more numbers high up the pitch.
They know FC has runners. There is Kinyanjui, there is Beja.
Now Omune
and Omune is also
hold up play. Very good. Can always bring his teammates up.
Losing the ball again. I told you it was bound to happen.
Not the best fast touch there from Sharif.
Sharif Musa, but the numbers in midfield for Gor Mahia giving them that advantage. It's good block there by Luangu. What an interception. That was almost getting on target. And he's felt it.
And earlier on, I think you asked what Ben Stanley brings to any team, and that's a good example of what he can do. That was a good pass.
That was a good pass,
well-weighted pass for Ebenezer, and had his first touch probably been good enough, he maybe would have had an edge, or rather half a meter against the defender over the defender, and that would have given him a good shooting opportunity.
Capen time. You can see Gor Mahia are making more changes. Sharif Musa off for Samuel Capen, and surely now Gor Mahia want to be more direct.
Actually, they are looking for the throw-ins.
It can work.
Yeah, it can work as the ball is swung into that area dangerously, but cleared again by Luangu.
Yeah, two FC Leopard players. I think there's a confusion between the two players.
And it's still going to that
area.
It's a goal.
That's going to be a goal. Two back-to-back mistakes.
Alpha Onyango, captain fantastic. Gor Mahia finally still that lead in the 83rd minute of the game, and it was coming.
Yeah, there was a mistake in that initial corner, confusion between AFC Leopards players, and the follow-up is a goal. They allowed him way too much time.
They certainly did. I think Kinyanjui probably would have done better in that aerial battle against Onyona, because Onyona is also not the tallest of players. Didn't commit himself. Onyona, in that regard also got an opportunity to whip in a good ball. And credit to Alpha for being very, very composed.
Yes.
Most players in that position, in that moment, in a match as big as this, would have probably opted to go for that fast touch.
Yeah.
And that probably
And the tifos are up.
Yeah.
Yes.
The tifos are up. My fans are having a time of their lives.
FC crestfallen. 8 minutes to go.
Yes.
Very, very long FC minutes for FC Leopards. Yeah, and now advantage Gor Mahia. They have 1 foot into the title. If this result remains this way, they'll be 6 points clear.
Absolutely, and there's no way FC Leopards will be able to catch up with them.
I think Greg,
this
it
point
will
of the league.
be a very long 8 minutes for Gor Mahia, because when you're leading, you always want the game to end.
Yeah, exactly.
But
now
so
FC Leopards will be called upon to show character.
Yeah, so Alpha Onyango confirmation scoring in the 82nd minute of the game.
Wow.
And he had to be there because he
had to be there.
Poorly defended. Look at that. Kinyanjui.
He could have just cleared it, but then
but what a ball.
Wow, Angalia, that time on the ball, no one was there. I think Omune was close, but then he didn't make an effort to stop that.
But
look at that.
All the time in the world.
There were two players.
Had a lot of space. Had a lot of space,
unmarked, completely unmarked.
Gor Mahia FC Leopards defenders were ball watching, but also credit to Alpha for taking that fast deft touch that set him up for that shot. Because in that instance, with the amount of pressure that comes in being in that position of the pitch, a lot of players will fluff their lines. The fast touch will not be as good, and that will definitely compromise your second, action, which is trying to take a shot at goal.
The crazy part about it happens in milliseconds. Yeah, you blink like this, it's gone.
I told you a second can change a lot in football.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is what happens. AFC with the earlier chances this first half, but then they've not really had tested the Gor Mahia goalkeeper. And
I'm sure AFC will have their chances also before the 90th minute.
Ojok and Onyona.
It's a matter of if they can take Kinyanjui, but then
that was a ball that could have just found target. The Gor Mahia fans urging the players urging their fans to actually be the loudest.
I was at the Gor Mahia Shabana game, and when Gor Mahia scored that second goal, a time like this, kwa sababu giza lilikuwa limeanza kuingia, and you could see torches zimewashwa and the crowd was roaring. It was crazy.
Yeah, it looks like FC Leopards are preparing another substitution, of course, an offensive substitution. Victor Otieno is probably going to come in and try and use his pace and trickery and skill to open up. Where is Kinyanjui being rested?
Why is he taking off Kinyanjui? Because if there's someone you want to be in your tackling when you're trailing, Kinyanjui has to.
Koloti has been brought in, so too. They brought in an out-and-out striker for Kinyanjui. Victor Otieno also coming in. So Tyson Otieno and James Kinyanjui have been taken off by the Leopards, who've now completed their substitutions.
Yeah, there's a good possibility that AFC Leopards now want to go direct. They want to use the direct approach. Of course, they've plucked out their creative spark in Tyson and brought in Koloti. Another very good player that has got amazing aerial ability. So Koloti and Omune are players that can really give you that aerial threat. And so I'm just looking, or rather waiting to see whether my thinking is right, whether they now are going to start trying to attack more direct, because the clock is not on their side as well.
It gets to a point where now you don't have anything to like, if it... What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
You're already trailing.
Yeah. So you've got nothing to lose.
Yes. You have nothing
so you'll
to
throw
lose.
everything, including the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the downside is that you might be committing more numbers in your attacks, leaving you.
And Morrison
Need to be careful because
needs
he
to be
already has a
careful.
yellow card. Yep.
and he's now booked.
I think it was his first yellow
yeah.
card.
Oh, this is his first yellow card. Okay.
He's one of those players whom the occasion can get into their head.
Yeah.
Can't keep his emotions in
Yes.
check. Yeah.
So it is advantage FC Leopards right now. Enoch Morrison has been yellow carded, and FC with the ball trying something, but then cut out by, is it Ben Stanley?
Yeah, FC Leopard trying to press, but then they are unsuccessful in that particular attempt. A ball is cleared out. I like how the referee let the play continue.
Yeah, he's done really well.
Yeah. So FC to build again, looking for that equalizer. Time running out, 88 minutes on the clock. The ball is swung to the right hand side. Lost there, but then won back by Luangu, who will be lifting the ball in search of Victor Otieno, and that's a wild clearance by Onyona.
There's a time,
And who can blame him? Who can blame him at a time like this when your team is leading?
So
was it Kapen who tried to intercept that ball?
Yes.
There was a time Bandari were having their pre-season, I think, and the coach Ken Juicy. So all of the sessions I was lucky to be there. They were talking about the pressing triggers, and one of those is ukiona ball kama hiyo unajua it's overhit.
Yes.
The player will need an extra touch to bring it under control. So that can be your trigger to go.
That is true.
And
That
we
is
saw
true.
Kapen almost won that ball.
Yeah, that is true.
That's Kapen. This time around, it doesn't go long. They are looking for a corner kick.
Yeah, Alpha just showing, his prowess and understanding of the game in helping his team manage the game. So his game management is really good. He picked up a throw, or rather helped his team get a throw. And at this point in time, any throw ball, any corner, any foul helps the team to kill, to kill
You're going
to run down the clock.
Yes,
Run down the clock. And
I also look at it this way. They might let's get a second.
Yeah, of course. But then I think normally as a human being, you are triggered to be more defensive, to protect what you have.
Yeah.
Because hapa if you draw, you'll be pinching yourself.
Yeah.
Still too much to play for, and we are clocking the 90th minute. Gor Mahia leading FC by a goal to nil, scored by Captain Alpha Onyango. The man was risen from the youth ranks all the way to becoming a senior team. And what was that by Frank?
It was a rugby conversion routine.
Oh, he shot that wide.
Yeah.
But I think he's also brought in that discipline in midfield. With his experience.
Yes.
And you can feel suddenly the tide has changed. And
it's a back-to-back weird balls.
Yeah, a lot of wild clearances.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it shows the pressure is getting into their head.
That was what I was telling you, Greg. Pressure, you are more inclined to be defensive. Trying to protect what you have.
So Victor Otieno losing
important interception there from Onyona.
Yeah. Onyona to try boot that out.
They'll be happy with that.
They'll take that day long. 5 minutes added on. Wow.
So it's now or never for FC Leopards.
They have to throw everything, including the kitchen sink.
Absolutely.
Throw
caution to the wind.
Cannot really celebrate like that because they know it's just one goal.
Yeah.
And anything can happen.
But then a 6-point gap is huge. Especially in the Kenya Premier League.
Yes,
it's huge. Yeah.
You don't expect Gor Mahia to lose like two games. It's very hard.
Yeah.
And you need them to lose at least 2 and draw because they have a superior also goal advantage.
And if it remains this way, Gor will have won a match for the first time in over a month. And they'll be bragging that they won when it mattered the most.
This is not just any match. Probably the one match that they always look forward to winning in a season.
So Ebenezer holding play nicely there. Now a chance for Kapen.
Think pressure will pile on Ambani, Greg, from your fans?
I'm not sure.
Because I think it's a solid season.
If I speak as an FC Leopards fan, I don't think FC have anything to regret about this season.
I think it might. The pressure might, but should it is the question. Because he has done extremely well. At the beginning of the season, I don't think there's any FC Leopard fan
nobody gave them a chance
that could, they could be.
If you had given an FC Leopard a second position at the start of the season, they would have taken it.
And you also have to put in mind that this is his first season, so he's already, surpassed maybe the expectations of many. Because he's supposed to be building his team this season, but he's already shown that he can challenge for the honors even in his very first season in charge, fully in charge.
fans are very impatient. It's the same scenario with the likes of Kina Shabana. They're having a solid season by their standards, by what you'd expect maybe in the first or second season.
Yeah.
Casey brings the ball into the area, but cleared nicely there.
So next season, the pressure will be on. And can be a victim of your own success.
Yes.
People didn't really think you can do it, but now that you've done it, they expect you to do it again and again. Remember what happened to Ranieri? He was a victim of his own success.
Yes.
So he won the league with Leicester against everybody's expectation. Then the following season he got fired. Yeah, because he had shown them that they can actually compete for the top honors.
Yes. Even with Arteta, you can see he's shown that he can compete. He can create a very competitive, you can say the best team in the world.
Yep.
But now people are expecting him to do that constantly and get it over the line.
Yes.
Look at that goal, the way it sent raptures in the stands. And got Mahia now know that they are 114 and they'll be going to 61 points. FC Leopards will be rooted to second place with 55 points.
Kenya Police and Kakamega Homeboys, I really like Kakamega Homeboys and how they manage for somehow to remain competitive. Even though you lose someone like Shuma, but then you're still there, hapo hivyo juu. At some point, I think in the last 3-4 years, they have been up kwa top 5
that is true.
Consistently. At some point, they were challenging for the league title. So I don't know what they normally do, but it's very impressive.
They have a very robust scouting system. So they, of course, by virtue of their close proximity to the Western region, they get to get all the good players, from all the top footballing schools in the Western region. So.
And it continues. Casey Odhiambo trying to build something. Musa Undo, the last moments of this derby. And Gor Mahia are just a foot into this one.
They are one foot to 6 points.
6 points. Clear the top. And it will be very interesting to see what happens. How will FC Leopards respond? Because this one, I believe, if you ask me, I think it's done.
I agree with you, Greg. I think it's done and dusted as far as the league is concerned. But of course, they will be looking to cement their second position in the league, which is quite an achievement.
And for the first time, losing a derby. He knows. And he's being told bye the Gor Mahia fans.
Gor Mahia fans will be loving this because they are doing it. You can win the league, but against kina teams that maybe you don't consider rivals. But Hapa in a game that was decisive, you beat your rival.
So they'll be trying to play the ball.
They'll be taking over the CBD. You know how they do it. They'll be having like a mini concert up of CBD.
But one thing also we have to point out is that the calmness and the maturity of fans.
It's not over until it's over, though. It's not over until it's over.
But then it has been very good. You can praise the fans. You can praise the security on how they have organized the game, and it's full time.
And it's all over. Charles O'Connor elated. He rushes to the fans, thanks the heavens. He's gone 6 points clear because Gor Mahia have just beaten AFC Leopards. A reverse of what happened in the first leg. AFC Leopards beat Gor Mahia 1-0 in the first leg. It has been responded in kind.
Malipo ni duniani.
And of course the Nyayo National Stadium will be painted green and white.
Yes,
absolutely.
Sure, but it wasn't a bad performance from FC Leopard, to be honest.
I agree. Yes, they might have lost the 3 points, but I think in terms of their display, and more so in the second half, I think they will pick a lot of positives from this particular match.
Morrison
doing what he does best, endearing himself to the fans, and this time round I think he has the justification to do that, because he's just bagged, or rather helped his team bag 3 massive points that more or less secures the 2025-2026 Kenyan Premier League title to Gor Mahia.
We can always say they are a foot into winning this one. And FC Leopards, it's back to the drawing board because back-to-back losses. Also, the Tifos are out and up flying there at the Nyayo National Stadium. And of course, this at scenes that 10 years ago we didn't see these things happen.
We didn't see it. I always say love it when the big two fight for the title.
Yeah,
because it gives us you can see the joy, you can see the excitement. Even at the beginning of the week, everyone was looking forward to such a big game, and it's always a positive for us.
Yeah, it's a fixture that always brings the whole country to a standstill, and it's good that it has not disappointed. I think we've seen end-to-end action, good display of football, good talent, at display, and of course eventually got to see a goal, because you also don't want a dead rubber. You don't want a goalless derby. And a credit to Gor Mahia, despite the inconsistency that I've had in terms of posting positive results in the last couple of weeks. I think today they've shown up, and put their best foot forward, and they knew very well that whoever wins this particular match, would have stood a very, very good chance of clinching the 2025-2026 Kenyan Premier League title. And they've done exactly what their fans expected them to do.
A derby win means to Akonor. I know he's played in the derbies before in Ghana, Sante Kotoko, and he's a man he's traversed Europe. He's coached the national team. He's now coaching one of the best clubs in the country, and you can feel the pressure that he had not winning in a month and finally doing it after a month and 3 days.
Like a relief. Yeah, you feel that relief, and you feel the fans can now trust you again with the project. And I'm just thinking here, if you put Akono with Morrison together, they'll cause chaos.
And that is it from the Nyayo National Stadium. We'll take a short break and then we'll be traversing the continent. We'll be going to England. We'll go into the Wembley Stadium, where Chelsea is preparing to meet Leeds in the FA Cup. We'll be giving you details on the lineups in a few. Take a short